My name is Blake Alexius, and I'm here this evening to tell you about a large society problem. It's the problem of motor vehicle crashes. I'm a 9-year veteran of the New Braunfels Police Department, and in that 9 years, I have spent 5 of them on the New Braunfels Police Department traffic unit. And in that time, I've investigated well over 1,000 motor vehicle accidents. So imagine with me, if you will, you're approaching a stop sign in an intersection. And when you get to that stop sign, we all know the law. We come to the stop sign and we stop. Come to a complete stop. All of a sudden you hear screeching behind you and you feel a large crash. You shoot forward, sounds go from crashes to talking to sirens. You've been involved in a crash. Now the question is, could that crash have been prevented? Answer to that question is yes. That crash could have been prevented. Today I'm going to give you some of the main contributing factors for the motor vehicle crashes in Texas. Some statistics about crashes. The laws governing movement of motor vehicles in an attempt to help you learn how to prevent those crashes. And some tips that have helped me in my driving and through my law enforcement career to prevent motor vehicle crashes. In 2012, the state of Texas had 326,900 crashes in 240,616 vehicle miles driven. That is one crash for every 73.6 miles driven. So every 74 miles you drive, you run the risk of being involved in a crash according to state statistics. And in those 326,000 approximate crashes, 3,399 people lost their lives. That is up 10.82% from 2011, which is the greatest year-over-year increase since 2003-2004. That also leaves 1.41 people dead per 1 million miles driven. When we assign and are working motor vehicle crashes, there are 77 possible factors we could list for their contributing factor per unit. In the state of Texas for 2012, the highest contributing factor assigned to a primary unit was failure to control speed. Failure to control speed is when the person driving fails to control the speed of their vehicle, and that failure to control their speed contributes in a crash. Moreover, it's usually a rear-end collision. Out of all 326,000 plus crashes we had last year in 2012 in Texas, 108,466 were assigned this contributing factor, approximately 1/3 of all crashes. This is urban and rural crashes. The second most given and assigned contributing factor is driver inattention, which is when the driver's distracted, and that contributes to the crash. With all the dangers, there's got to be laws that dictate how we drive. Those laws can be located in Chapter 545 of the Texas Transportation Code, which is titled Movement of Vehicles. For failure to control speed, that is found in subsection 545.062, it's titled Following Distance, and it summarizes and is quoted as saying that the driver must maintain an assured clear distance between the car in front of you and the car that you're driving, so that if that car does come to a sudden stop, you can avoid colliding with it or somebody else. Chapter 545 also gives us other laws in the movement of our vehicle, such as following too closely or changing lanes when unsafe. I do urge you to go and check out those in the Texas Transportation Code. Other than laws, there have got to be some other methods, some other tips that drivers can use. One of the best tips that we have, that I've come across, is removing distractions. We have to remove the distractions from our vehicles, our radios, our GPS devices, our cell phones. Aside from children, those are what we have that we can remove to make ourselves safer drivers. The other one is one that I was taught when I was taught to drive. When my mom taught me how to drive, she taught me to drive following the car in front of the car in front of you. So that means you drive 2 cars in front of you. If you drive what I call driving past your hood, you are more aware of your surroundings. And if you're more aware of your surroundings, you are less likely to collide with the car in front of you because you are going to react at the same time they do, as opposed to reacting with or after their reaction. So with all these tips, if they're followed, those can all help drivers prevent crashes. So to summarize, there were over 300,000 crashes on Texas roads last year. If we follow these laws, we eliminate the distractions, follow some good old motherly advice, then hopefully we can all prevent crashes and make our roads safer. To kind of play off Smokey the Bear, who said, only you can prevent forest fires, only you can prevent motor vehicle accidents. Thank you and good night.